Cinema. It is an artistic or experimental work expressing symbolic meaning through the medium of film. Nowadays, we know it is a popular way of entertainment, but how did it all start? It is a relatively new form of art diffusion in comparison to the others. It started with the first photograph taken in 1826 by the French inventor, Joseph Nicephore Niepce. This invention allowed people to capture images using light, which would be the first step to the invention of videos. The next big step was the kinetoscope in 1891, a machine that allowed several photos to be showed in sequence, which created the illusion of motion.
This was followed by the first cinematographic projector of the moving pictures in 1894, an invention made by Lumiere brothers, who would produce the first movie a year later. By 1914, the film industry had been born between America and Europe, although films were short and mute at first. Over the years, films became longer and complex, and finally, in 1927, sound was included in the movie for the first time, in The Jazz Singer. Because of the First World War, cinema couldn't develop fruitfully in Europe. However, it did grow in Americas as the classic silent movies of the 20s and the 30s continued to be made.
Eventually, most studios caught up on adding sound, and in 1935 Technicolor was introduced, giving watchers a break from the black and white style. Having all three, picture, color, and sound, it quickly became the form of art and entertainment, creating the Hollywood golden era during the 30s and 40s. It was especially successful because it helped relieve the stress caused by World War I. Up until now, movies had been presented in cinemas and other dedicated places, but the invention of TV in the 50s changed that entirely. TV shows popularized as previous radio shows opted for this medium instead. Besides, movie producers also started broadcasting them through television to reach larger audiences. After TV became popular, the film industry rapidly evolved. First, ways of saving and playing a video whenever you want, which gave birth to multimedia formats like VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. Then the digital cameras became a thing, and devices such as televisions and cameras became far more advanced and smaller. Finally, with the introduction of the internet, streaming services were created and quickly dominated the film industry. This resulted in the world we know today, where we can enjoy any movie or show from our living room in the smallest screens we call a smartphone.
¿Ya lo abriste? ¿Ya tienen todos abiertos su guía?
Lo tengo abierto.
Muy bien. En 3, 2, 1. I know, you see.
Buena.
Eso va para los bloopers o lo que sea.